So that is the British Museum behind me. Gonna go in now. I'm gonna get my camera set up out here because I'm not entirely sure what their rules are around it. I won't be going tripod or anything like that, although I'm gonna try and get a long exposure to blur a lot of the people because I think it'll be quite busy down in that atrium. So I did pack an ND filter. I remembered it. So but let's head in. I will show you inside. It is a very, very nice building. As it's so busy in here, but it is such a cool spot and I really want to capture it in all of its glory, I'm going for two main techniques. Number one being just trying to isolate like one person or one character in the spot and just trying to frame them. It's so bright and white in here. If they're wearing black, it looks really, really cool. And the second is just go long exposure. Try and handhold it as long as I can. Okay, I could just about hold half a second and keep everything focused with the IBIS in the camera and the lens. So I hope they're turning out cool. They look good on the back of the camera. I'll be overlaying them here and I'm trying to get some POV as well. So I hope you are enjoying the British Museum. Very glad to be back. Such a cool spot. I found my spot. It is that little window just up there, and then you get a view of the whole thing. Hard to see from here, but I'll show you when I get up there. 'Okay, so that's it. British Museum complete. Ticked off the list. Pretty happy with the shots I got. I did find it a little bit stressful, I have to be honest. So busy and so many tourists just a little bit unaware of their surroundings. Anyhow, ironically, I ended up using my iPhone for the money shot that I came for because it was such a wide scene. My 16 was way not wide enough, but I did take some with that as well. Pretty happy overall. So now, I'm just going for a little bit of peace and serenity and to go to check out this bakery down a really cool little Muse Road quite nearby that I've been looking forward to trying for some time. So I will transfer you to a little B-roll because I think it's quite photogenic, and let's go and see if it lives up to the hype. 100% can confirm that that bakery was worth the wait. Absolutely delicious, and if you're ever in London, it is just off the back of Russell Square, so go and check it out. It does not disappoint, and I'm quite the expert in bakeries. Anyway, while I was having my coffee and enjoying that delicious scone, I was just reviewing a couple of the shots that I captured in the British Museum, especially the ones on my phone. As I mentioned, slightly ironic that I brought my whole camera with me and shot the money shot with my phone, just because I wanted that 0.5 lens. But a double whammy was that I ended up not shooting it in RAW, which I always advocate, but the reason I didn't is because I wanted to capture a long exposure because there were so many people. So what you can do in live mode is you can actually, if you take the shot as super steady as you can, I use the railing in front of me to balance the phone and really hold it steady. You can then switch it into long exposure mode after you've shot the shot, and it will blend a few of those live shots together and give you a bit of motion blur in things that are moving. So obviously I wanted the subject itself to stay nice and sharp, and it did a pretty good job of it. So I held it still and then I've blended them together. I took quite a few so I could choose and pick the best one, and I pulled it into Lightroom just now, and actually pretty decent quality. So if you're ever in a pinch and you need that wide angle shot and you need a long exposure in such a place as the London Museum, try that little technique. It could just help you out.